Cool. So everyone, I am here today with Benedict, and we've been working together for the past 5, 6 months now. And Benedict is already very, very successful in his space, and also as an athlete, actually, doing very well physically. But we wanted to do a few things more. And so, Benedict, could you just start by saying where were you before we even started to work together?
So before we started, I was like I said, I was already an athlete. I was pretty much training every day, feeling great. So I was always thinking because I know I met a few of your clients already, thinking like they all spoke very highly of you. So I'm just thinking, what else can I? It's like you have all this money coming in. What else am I not optimized? What is that additional 5% each that I could get to perhaps take it to another level? What is that untapped potential? So that was where I'm at before I met you.
Yeah, 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 amazing, amazing. And what is it that you do? Could you just explain that shortly, please?
So I run a sales agency full time, and I was a professional MMA fighter. Right now I'm not competing actively, but I still train pretty much every day. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I know you because you're very humble. And so for the guys watching this, Benedict is a very, very successful businessman, very, very successful. And he wouldn't say it himself because he's very humble, but you really are. And an athlete at the same time, which is really, that's very, very interesting. And so if we go a little bit into the changes that you felt, what you felt after us working together, what would you say that was?
I will definitely say I have more energy. And that is a big thing because it's like it's one of the things that's easiest and clearest to measure based on the changes that we made. And I also say that I am way more knowledgeable than before because it's like everybody knows eating healthy, but then we are making those small, like you said, most small little changes to help optimize that last 5%. So I say with that, I'm more knowledgeable. I can go on and do this myself. I can, what is that called? I feel way more energetic, that allows me to then do way more in terms of training and business as well.
Exactly. How has that changed in terms of your day-to-day life? What do you feel has changed the most?
In terms of like what I had to do to get the change, it's not much, which is good because it feels like it's part of a lifestyle. It's like integration. So because man, I know a lot of coaches that they or even doctors, they what they do is they want to change you 360, and it just you if you can't do it, it's useless, right? The best knowledge in the world. So in terms of like what I had to do to change, it feels very seamless. So, but in terms of what I felt change, as I said, the main thing is the energy, clearer focus, as well as being able to just perform better and do more.
Mm.
Yeah.
And how would you say that this in general has helped you? What was the most beneficial for you?
I think having you there, like pretty much as I would like to call it a pocket doctor, where you're always available to help. That is very useful because throughout our journey as well, I like suddenly out of nowhere, give you like what 5 days notice. I say I need to drop 7 kg to take a fight. After the fight, in 2 weeks, I say I want to take another fight. So all the different kinds of protocols to adapt because yeah, you wouldn't get this if you have to go to a doctor to see them, all that kind of stuff. But to have this knowledge and just know what exactly to do, no guesswork, I think that has been extremely beneficial for someone like me who likes to just do different things. And of course, the very baseline of things that we do, which is optimizing the sleep, the recovery, those have always been that has been like the foundation that I feel
Mm.
has been beneficial.
Yeah, yeah. And I still remember this as if it was yesterday because you really took me with my pants down when you mentioned that you wanted to do the fight, and then after 2 weeks you wanted to do another fight, which
Yeah.
also really speaks highly of your motivation and inner drive.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what would you say going forward to guys who are thinking about, wanting to change their health? What advice would you give them?
I think every change starts from within first. So obviously they have to want to change it. Like I I wouldn't I put it this way. No doctor, no fitness coach can change you if you do not want to change. But if you are the guy that, highly driven, you know that you believe that there is more for you, you want to change that, you're willing to do the work, then by all means go ahead and do it. Because when you combine that work ethic, the desire to change with the right knowledge like yourself, then that's where the magic happens. It takes two to work. That's what I believe in. So
Yeah, yeah.
if you're on the fence and but if you're on the fence, you're the guy that willing to do the work, do it. If you're not, then this isn't for you. Because truthfully speaking, nothing is for you if you're not willing to do the work.
Yeah, yeah. That's very, very true. Yeah, that's very true. And I like how you say that with the magic. And if you want to do it, then the right theories, everything, the knowledge, the protocols, they're all there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Benedict, it has been a pleasure working with you, and I'm looking forward to working with you even more in the future.
My pleasure, brother.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Take care.